So today we're here to talk about why we love Port Canaveral.
And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
That's right. And stay tuned. After we talk about Port Canaveral, we're going to tell you how to enter the drawing for $100 off your next Carnival cruise in our giveaway. Yes. So first, let's talk about why we love Port Canaveral.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love Port Canaveral.
Okay, that's what the video's about. Yes. So it's a very modern and constantly updated port. It's growing rapidly. They have some really nice facilities with newer terminal buildings, updated terminal buildings. The Disney Cruise Terminal is one that's especially fun and interesting. Got that nice Mickey ears that you walk through to board the ship, and you've got the viewing deck, and parking is right next to it, very easy to get to, and they've got that new terminal for the Mardi Gras, the Carnival terminal out by.
I'm excited to see that one.
Jetty Park, yep. So a very good facility. It's a good location. It's not far from Orlando, so a great place to go. And for us, it's an easy drive because it's not far to
we can just drive in instead of fly in.
That's right. But either way, it's pretty easy. What we like to do before we go on the cruise there in Port Canaveral, though, is we like to watch the ships the day before, right?
Yeah, we like to watch the ships either coming in or leaving.
That's right. Depending on the time of day.
Cruises, yeah.
Right? Yep. If you get there early enough in the day, you might see them coming in. But, later in the day, around 3 or 4 o'clock, they start departing. And you'll see cruise ships like the Carnival Liberty here. Several cruise lines sail out of there. Carnival. There's also Norwegian sails out of there.
I didn't realize that.
Yep. Well, we saw the Norwegian Epic when we
right.
were down there a couple times ago.
That's right.
And of course, Disney.
Yeah.
See, the Disney Dream and Disney Fantasy are often sailing out of there, out of Port Canaveral. And also, you can't forget Royal Caribbean sails out of there. This is the Oasis of the Seas that we actually saw this one. This one we saw from a ship as we sailed out. But you can watch the Royal Caribbean ships if you go down to Jetty Park. It's Royal Caribbean's is one of the last terminals before you get to the ocean. But
right, it's
awesome
fun to see
ships.
all the different variety of cruise lines leaving the port.
That's right, and they're I'm sure it's going to just keep growing because MSC is starting to sail out of there too. So even more ships to watch there before your cruise. For us,
we like going to Fishlips.
That's right. We like going to Fishlips the day before. There's several businesses you can go to. You can go to the park, Jetty Park, and watch the ships. There's campgrounds there too, but you can also go. There's a couple restaurants and restaurant bar type places you can go, and Fishlips has an outdoor patio area you can sit at, right?
Yes, and there's usually live music.
Oh yeah,
and you can order from their huge menu. I mean, it is huge. Yeah,
we usually go there and we just get a bunch of appetizers and we watch. Around between 3 and 5, we watch the ship sail out the day before our cruise, and we get things like here's this the Cajun Angels, those
are so good.
Shrimp wrapped in bacon and Cajun cooked, and then of course they've got delicious drinks like here's the key lime colada. Really interesting.
Yum.
Cold
You're making
drink.
me hungry.
Yes, well, that's the idea. So, what else do they have at Fishlips?
They have nachos.
Yeah, but they're a little different at Fishlips than most nachos, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They use the wonton wrappers for. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but they use the wonton wrappers.
The fried wontons, yes. Yeah. So they're nice and crispy, a little different spin than the tortilla chips. So that's kind of fun.
We got the bulgogi. Korean bulgogi barbecue
beef
nachos.
Yeah, they have a few different varieties of nachos. They also have chicken, I remember, but the Korean barbecue one, or bulgogi as she calls it, that's a good one there. That's the one we had there, and again, all kinds of different drinks. Like this is another. I think it's another colada drink, but this one's got caramel in it. So a lot of really good options. Fishlips is somewhere we really recommend.
Plus, they do sell fish. And I don't think they sell the lips, but they do sell fish, and they also sell oysters on the half shell.
Okay, let's not go through the whole menu, and let's not get too deep into the thinking about the Fishlips, because I think that's a really weird concept for me. But yeah, Fishlips is our favorite spot. There's other spots nearby. I think there's a place called Grills. It's also a really big place near there that's also popular. But going and watching the ships before the day of your cruise can be a great experience.
Yeah.
And you might even meet some new friends while you're watching the ship sail by. A lot of people gather around to do that. People local and people that are going to be going on cruises.
Yeah.
So getting to Port Canaveral for your cruise, like I said, we recommend getting there the day before your cruise. Staying in a hotel, be sure you're there. You can watch some ships the day before, go to Fishlips, and that way you don't have to worry.
Yes.
Yeah, and especially when we lived in Minnesota.
Yes.
And we were flying down in the winter. Like I remember one cruise was in January. The chances of our flight being delayed was higher than normal, and you don't want to fly in the morning of your cruise and take the chance that you're going to get there before it sails away.
Or miss your flight because of a blizzard.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Or a connecting flight even, you never know. And also driving in, we've always gotten there a day ahead, even when we drive in, just to be sure we're there ahead of time. You can fly into Orlando. From what we've seen, right, that's flying. What we've seen, price-wise, that's the best deal to fly into Orlando. There's some other airports nearby that aren't quite as big, but for the best price, Orlando's probably your best option. And then you can drive, and you can just park right in the port next to the terminal for your cruise and be on your way. So that's one really great way to go. It does cost a little more to park directly on property in the parking garages, so if you're all about convenience and you don't mind paying extra, that's the way to go. But if you want to save some money, we have some options for you.
Yes.
A really good website to go to is called goport.com. That's goport.com. And they'll tell you about all kinds of snooze and cruise packages or fly snooze and cruise packages. And what those are is it's hotels that are near Port Orlando that will give you a ride to the port for your cruise.
That's
after
brilliant.
You stay the night there. Yeah, and they'll allow you to keep your car there while you're on your cruise.
That's brilliant.
Yes, and they also have on the same website you can find services where they'll pick you up at the airport and take you to the hotel and then take you to your cruise and back again.
That's so nice.
Whether you're driving in or flying in, you might want to check out some of these options to just park at the hotel you're staying at and then just take a shuttle to and from the terminal in Port Canaveral.
You don't have to deal with traffic.
That's
Someone
right.
else is dealing with traffic for you.
That's right. So one thing about Port Canaveral, probably the only thing that comes to mind that I think is maybe a little tricky, if we're cruising, like if we sailed out of Seattle, and we took a lift. If you take a Lyft or an Uber or a cab in other cities like Miami or somewhere, you can't really do that. I don't think that would work too well from Orlando. I don't know many cabs that are going to be willing to take you all the way to Port Canaveral.
I'm sure the cabs would be
it would
take
cost
you
a
there,
lot.
but it would cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, you'd be better off running a car, I think.
Yeah.
So, some great options on goport.com. Check that out.
Yes.
So, what do you do after the cruise? You get the saddest day of your cruise.
The very saddest day, but we found a way to extend our vacation.
That's right.
We go to sometimes Universal, sometimes to
Disney World?
Disney World, yes. And what's that street that Disney has? That Disney walkway? Not a walkway.
I don't know.
Sorry.
What street?
Anyways.
Okay. So let's keep going. So there's Disney World, there's the Magic Kingdom, there's Epcot, there's all those different places within Disney World that you can go to. We went to Epcot last time we were down there. It was a great experience for us, a nice way to relax and enjoy a little more time in Florida before you head back home. And like Joy said, there's also the option of Universal Studios. You can go there and visit your friend Harry Potter.
Yes, I love going to Universal, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yes.
So much fun.
And I like to go and visit Homer Simpson. So Universal is also a great option. And Port Canaveral is the closest cruise port to Orlando and to the Magic Kingdom and to Universal. So that's
a fun way
great combo.
to extend your vacation and you don't get the after cruise blues.
Well, not quite as soon. Maybe after your Universal or Disney trip you might. But hey, it gives you something to look forward to after your cruise. So we want to hear what you think. What's your favorite cruise port? Have you been through Port Canaveral? And if so, what do you think of it? Comment below. And if they enjoyed this video, what did you say they should do?
They should give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe.
Yes. And before we end, we got to give you some information for our getaway, because our giveaway continues. Your chance to win a credit for $100 towards your next Carnival cruise. And to do that, all you have to do to enter is answer this question that Joy's going to give you right now.
So, this is the question. The Song of Norway was which cruise line's first cruise ship? The options are Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line, or Royal Caribbean.
Okay. Song of Norway was which cruise line's first ship? That's almost a tongue twister.
I know.
So the options were what?
Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line, or Royal Caribbean.
Okay, so there's the question. So answer that question, and all you have to do is email your answer along with your name. So we want to have your name so we can announce it when you win.
Yes.
And send that to info@cruisedayfun.com. The deadline is going to be midnight on June 1st, basically the end of the day on May 31st. And this is United States Eastern Standard Time zone. Yep. So look for the rules below, and watch for another chance to win in our next video, right? So we'll have another trivia question for you.
We want you to win.
Yes, and we'll announce the winner in June. So it'll be a chance to get $100 towards your next Carnival cruise, possibly your first cruise back after a long time. So that's pretty exciting. And we want to thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.